Hey, it's Drybear. And today is the big day. We finally had our Season 1 developer update stream going over all the changes that are coming for Season 1 with more specifics as well. So today I'm going to be going over all of the news that we got, the announcements and reveals that we got during the Season 1 reveal broadcast. But first, you should come hang out with me on my live stream. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/Drybear. If you don't come hang out with me in the community, the next time you put your laundry through the wash, it's going to exit with one less sock than it went in with. Okay, so we just watched the entirety of the dev stream. So for people that are just tuning in, I'm gonna do a full summary of all the changes, and then I'll have this up on YouTube for anyone who missed and whatever. So this is gonna just be the spark notes, the most important aspects without all the fluff and without all the extra bits here. So Season 1 is coming to Diablo 4 July 18th. So the content that is in Season 1 is going to be in the live game of Diablo 4 July 18th, which is not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. So that's when the client patch is going live. It's on the Tuesday. Then the Season 1 race, well, when you can make a seasonal character, will start July 20th. By the way, they also mentioned that today, for there's going to be a new client patch today, 1.0.4. There's no patch notes up for it yet. I just checked, but they're going to be doing some new client stuff for us for now, and there's no patch notes up for it yet. But when it happens, we can check it. One of the things they said is going to go in there is they're going to make it so Helltide chests can drop uniques, which makes the mystery chests a lot more interesting because they can drop 3 to 5 legendaries. If those can now be uniques, that makes it a lot more interesting. But the season theme, we were kind of wondering, we didn't have this answer before. We were wondering is the season going to have some kind of mechanic? Are they going to have seasonal mechanics like PoE? Are we going to expect to have that? And the answer is yes. So this is going to be Season 1, the season of the Malignant. The season theme is Malignant, and there will be a new storyline that starts. There will be a new mechanic to face, new encounters, a new loot, and new ways to build your characters as well. So the theme of it is corruption, as you can see by this image here. It is actually just Season of the Malignant. So you can see it's kind of like this like wormy, freaky deaky larva parasite looking thing. And the whole idea is that there is like this heart that we're dealing with that is being corrupted, and it can affect any enemy in the realm. They can be converted into a corrupt creature and attack us, and that's crazy. The new storyline will start in Kyovashad. You can start it at level 1, so if you skip the main story on your seasonal character, you enter into season at level 1, you can automatically start the new storyline. They confirmed that on the stream. And the mechanic will work like this. Elites can be malignant. So elites anywhere in the world, in nightmare dungeons, in the open world, in the overworld, they can have this modifier, this flag on them that makes them malignant. And they'll have like little worms and parasites coming out of them, or all freaky deaky Dutch. When you kill those elites that should be harder in some way, a little heart will spawn on the ground. So it's like this little, almost like the little sigil upgrader, the glyph upgrader at the end of a nightmare dungeon will be on the ground. And this will be the activator for a unique encounter. When you click the heart, wherever it is that you killed that elite, the heart will start an encounter. You'll have all these unique affix mobs rushing towards you. It's like a stand and fight, King of the Hill kind of encounter. And when you complete the encounter, it will drop a caged heart, which is a unique item. This is a unique item only for the season, and it is, in their own words, like a gem. So the way this works is your jewelry in season for the Season of the Malignant will not have normal sockets on them, but instead will have infested sockets. And then you could take these caged hearts and you can socket them into your jewelry. So you'll have a maximum of 3 heart sockets on your jewelry for the season. And each one of these hearts has special powers on it. You can level them up. You can get stronger versions of them. So this is ways for you to modify it. They mentioned that there are going to be 32 new malignant powers in the season. And an example that they showed on screen was that every time you critically strike, it will electrically charge the enemy, and they'll pulse lightning bolts to nearby targets and cause lightning damage. That's one of the examples that they gave us to it. Hearts go in the infested sockets for the jewelry, and there are 32 new builds that you can use for that. In the gameplay, they didn't mention this verbally, but in the gameplay that we saw, when the character on screen socketed the heart into their jewelry, there was a warning message that popped up that said that you cannot remove the heart. The only way to get rid of it is to replace it with another heart. So it's possible that there's no way to like remove hearts and put them in a new socket or something like that. So you just need to farm more hearts or upgrade them or craft them at the invoker in order to get them into your jewelry. You can break down caged hearts for materials. They mentioned that this was going to be later on in the season story. So you'll unlock the ability if you have lower level or weaker caged hearts, you can break them down into materials, and then you can use those materials to create new hearts that might be higher level or more important. They also mentioned that the jewelry that drops will have a colored socket on it. There are 3 different colors for the hearts, so they might have different categories so that you can't stack all of green, maybe green malignant hearts are the strongest, or blue, or whatever. Each socket will have a color. And then, so you can sock those in your jewelry. And then when you have the materials for broken down caged hearts, you can then take those to the malignant tunnel, which is like a special location you can go to. And inside is a whole bunch of tumors on the ground. You destroy the tumors. You can use the invoker, which is the big tumor in the middle of the room. And then you can create a new heart for you. They also casually mentioned this at the very end of the stream, or at the very end of this season mechanic talk, then moved on for some reason. But there will be a new boss encounter, which we can actually see on the website here. There's a new boss encounter, which is this freaky deaky wormy burmy man. Fight the corruption, scour the malignant tunnels to search for the catalyst of corruption. Make your stand against Varshan the Consumed. Uncover the secrets of the malignant. So a new boss encounter. Hopefully this is as rich as the Lilith encounter with all kinds of mechanics and things going on. That would be really cool. I think that would be Nito Burrito Bandito. So they mentioned that is going to be that. So it is going to be Varshan the Consumed, new boss encounter. They also mentioned that there's going to be new legendary aspects and there's going to be new unique items. They didn't say how many, but there will be new ones. There will be new ones for every class. This is super cool. The one they showed on stream was a legendary aspect, an offensive legendary aspect that makes Barbarian Charge spawn the Ancients. So those pets that you get from the ultimate. So when you charge, you can spawn additional Ancients, and maybe you can use that with all the benefits of like your Ancients give special powers, stuff like that. But this was one of the legendaries they showed on stream, was Charge spawns Ancients for Barbarians. They also said that the Battle Pass has a unique ability to grant some of these new legendary aspects to your codex, which sounds like it won't be part of Eternal, but it will be on the seasonal server where you can at least have min value of these new ones. By the way, the patch that goes live on July 18th, the content will have all of the content besides the seasonal mechanics and the seasonal storyline available on Eternal. They did confirm that the new unique items and the new legendary aspects will be on the Eternal server. You can use all of them. You can earn them. They will drop for you on the Eternal server. You won't be able to do the new boss encounter or the new mechanic, but you will get access to the new legendary aspects, the new unique items for that as well, if that's what you're looking to do. So which means that we have 2 days after the launch of that client patch to test them on the normal server before they go live in season, that sort of thing. The Battle Pass is default free. They mentioned that you must be on the seasonal realm to progress the Battle Pass. I know a lot of people were asking about that, if it was going to be something that you could progress on Eternal, and we got a confirmation that the answer is no. You will not be able to progress it on Eternal. You will have to be on season in order to activate the Battle Pass, unfortunately. But there's some cool things that are looking into it as well. So most transmogs are for all classes on the Battle Pass. The premium, the paid Battle Pass, does not have any gameplay in it at all. It's all just additional transmogs, and the Deluxe and Ultimate Edition have it. This is the photo that they showed on stream for the Battle Pass. So you can see that they have, this is like the screen that you have for the Battle Pass. They have seasonal blessings, which are going to be permanent buffs to your character. Things like, I had these written down here, things like bonus XP up to 12%, bonus gold from selling things to merchants, bonus materials when salvaging, bonus elixir duration, I think up to double the amount, so maybe a 1 hour elixir instead of 30-minute elixir, plus additional caged heart unlock. So this is the seasonal pass that they have here. All of these pieces that you can get down here, I think, are free, and then there are bonus cosmetics you can get for buying the premium, which progresses you further, but there's no gameplay inside of it. So you access the seasonal server by just making a seasonal character, just like you would a normal character, and then you would be on a seasonal server just like that for that there. Okay, and then this is the seasonal battle pass progress right here. So this one is the one they showed on stream. This is the season journey, which is the battle pass. You will have objectives, challenges to complete, things like collecting herbs out in the world, collecting malignant hearts, completing dungeons on your map. You get small favor, which levels up your battle pass. And then when you level up your battle pass, you get special uniques. And then down here in the bottom left, where they show the legendary aspects, this is actually just, they said that you'll unlock the new powers to go in your codex when you're on season. So if you don't have to wait for them to drop. If you want to test the new stuff, you certainly can. That'll be there for you in the battle pass as an unlock as well. The currency that you get from the battle pass by leveling up is called Smoldering Ashes. The Smoldering Ashes can be applied to your seasonal bonuses to unlock these bonuses that we mentioned earlier. So you see how these season's blessings are here. As you unlock Smoldering Ashes by completing the battle pass, you'll get these bonuses like permanent upgrade XP for all seasonal characters, permanent gold from vendor sales for all seasonal characters, etc. You have to progress the battle pass in order to get those bonuses and benefits. For seasonal reset, they did clarify a bunch of things here, some that are pretty cool. They did reconfirm from the previous one that all Fog of War will carry over to the seasonal server. So this is the photo they gave us, which is that this is a character that had progress on the main servers Eternal, that went into season, and then they had this unlock. So you'll be getting enough, if you have everything unlocked, you'll have enough renown to get the first 2 benefits. You'll get 5 skill points, 5 potion capacity when you first log in, plus all the stats. They confirmed that the Fog of War areas discovered is 1-to-1 with Eternal, which they didn't exactly confirm in the campfire chat, but they directly confirmed it this time. It is 1-to-1 for Eternal, which means that whatever your renown progress is and the reveal on the map for Fog of War is 1-to-1. So if you haven't revealed the whole map on the normal Eternal servers, you definitely should, because that means that it'll show up on season and you'll get exactly the same amount of renown for that as you would on season. They also did something that was a little different from the campfire chat, because they gave us a couple answers during the campfire chat, but this time they actually confirmed it. 100% Altars of Lilith carries over in full, which means you will have all of the main stats for every Altar of Lilith statue, every altar you collect on Eternal. You'll have all the main stats for that. You'll have the 5 Paragon points from that as well. Once you hit level 50, they'll be unlocked automatically. You'll also have them completely completed based on your progress on Eternal in the seasonal server, and you will also get the full value of the renown for all Altars of Lilith as well. They weren't as aggressive about this in confirming it last time, but they did confirm it this time. So Fog of War and Altars of Lilith are 1-to-1 from Eternal to season. That means that the 3 things that you want to do on Eternal before you switch over to season is finish the campaign, reveal the whole map, and get every Altar of Lilith, because all of those are 1-to-1 to season. That progress you only have to do once, which is pretty cool. Next it'll be the first 2 renown rewards. And they also mentioned that tech-wise, they did say that you will have to log in. So rather than running a script or trying to keep track of everything, they're just making you log in to duplicate your progress, which means that when July 18th rolls around, the new patch comes out. From that, log into your characters and it'll copy your progress over. So if you make a seasonal character and you don't have your character progress from your Eternal characters, you might have to go back and log into your other characters to get that progress to go. And the last thing they mentioned on seasonal reset before they moved on to Q&A was all Eternal progress will be shared with all Eternal characters on the Eternal server. This is huge. This is super cool. Very glad that they ended up doing this, but it means that all renown progress, everything that you have on your characters within the Eternal realm. So if you have an Eternal main and an Eternal alt, they did directly confirm that all of the renown progress is going to be copied over and saved, which means that Fog of War, side dungeons, codex, side quests, strongholds, waypoints, and Altars of Lilith, all of that will be copied over to alts on the Eternal server within the same server. I'm guessing because they have that tech, it should extend within one server, so seasonal characters should apply to other seasonal characters. Maybe hardcore will apply to other hardcore. They didn't really specifically talk about that, but that was going to be it. For the Q&A section, they mentioned that they will be adding a scroll of amnesia at the end of season. So when season ends, you get a scroll of amnesia, which is basically a free character reskill. It'll reset all of your paragon. It'll reset all of your skills. It'll reset everything you've invested in the character for free without having to do the gold, which means that they have the capability to do this when the season comes out. They didn't mention on whether they're going to extend this to Eternal or being able to respec at a lower cost or any of that, but they did mention that at the end of the season journey, you'll be able to reset your whole character if you want without taking the gold cost for that as well. Seasonal mechs end with season. They were very clear about this, but they did say that if there's something that they like about the season, some cool mechanic that makes the game better, they reserve the right to keep this in the normal game. But seasonal mechs are meant to be season only. In this case, it will be the malignant hearts and the malignant powers with the infected sockets that go on your jewelry. They also mentioned that Eternal transmogs carry over to season, so any transmogs you've unlocked or purchased in Eternal will carry over to season. And they did say that there will be mid-season patches, but the associate game director did mention that they don't really want to be constantly rebalancing during the season. So they expect that whatever the season meta or balance is going to be at the start of the season, it sounds like they want that to continue through the whole season and let it go. But if there's anything that's egregious or problematic, they will do patches to fix that. But they're not trying to change the balance drastically throughout the season. They're just going to let the season play out, which is what they mentioned. So that is the entirety of the stream, summarized quickly and directly with what they gave us. I think the Battle Pass does look cool. The cosmetics look pretty cool and interesting. There's some new mechanics in there, which are pretty fun. But what do you guys think? Let me know on all of that. You know, is this what you were expecting? They said that the patch notes will be out for this 1.0.4, which we can check for again really quick. Not out yet, so there's a new patch coming out today. And they also mentioned that on the website, they will have the seasonal patch notes in the coming weeks that will go over all of this, plus the trailer and all that stuff for the season of the Malignant. But that is the total of it. New seasonal mechanic. The season will start on July 20th, and there's some cool new stuff coming in with it.
If you enjoyed yourself today, leave a like down below. You can support me and my work on Patreon and view Patreon exclusive content, link in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.